All right, so today's trade, this was an $102 trade, which is across all the five accounts. It's $500. So on the thumbnail, I'm gonna put a $500 trade because I'm copy trading across all five accounts. So technically, it's $500, but 100 each, 100 per account. So I'm just gonna break it down to you right now. So what I saw was obviously I am looking at the Excel sectors while I'm in my trade. So I have XLF, XLK, X no, no XOY supposed to be right here. So these are all the sectors of the S&P 500, right? So let's start from what I saw this morning. So this morning I was looking to take a break and retest of pre-market high, targeting some just targeting maybe like a 2 to 1 or something like that, 5 to 10 points. As you can see in the beginning of the day, for a while we had a huge amount of let me see if I can put it. We had a huge amount of passive passive sellers up here for like from like 919 to like 950, right? And then we were just ranging. We were ranging pretty much the whole morning. But then this is when, and I wasn't gonna take a trade, but then this is when I was inclined to take a trade. I'm gonna show you right here. So as you can see, this large amount of passive, this large amount of passive sellers were up here, and then they moved their position like right when this position went away. Boom! It got moved down here to the 6 5 10s, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm watching the 6 5 10s, and we come close, but we didn't fill it. So we come close to the 6 5 10s, but we didn't fill this large passive seller. So in my opinion, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, I am not going to hop into a position unless these orders get filled right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it's a fake out. I don't know if it's market manipulation. I want to see the orders actually get filled on the order book before I could confidently take a position, right? So right here, you see 6 5 10s is still there, and then boom, this they move it from the 6 5 10s to the 6 5 05s right here. So I'm like, all right. So I'm watching it, I'm watching it. Boom, we fill it right here. So and we're stalling out. There's see, all these aggressive buyers aren't able to outweigh the passive sellers. So I'm like, you know what? I take it short. So I take it short right here, as you can see the chart. I take it short right here because it's stalling out. There's no continuation, and then we begin to sell off. Right now, my original target was the lower day 7 points. Right, that was my original target, and this could have been $160 trade if I would have just took it. But I'm gonna tell you why I didn't take my original target. So the reason I did not take my original target was, as you can see, right when I entered in here, boom, a huge another lot of at the 6507 stepped in. So in my head, I'm like, bro, this is market manipulation. I'm about to get stopped out because they're about to move the market up to fill these orders, and my stop loss was around this area. So at this point, I don't know what to do. I don't like should I step my stop loss above that order? So I had at 6507.75, something like should I put my stop loss above that? But I'm like, dang, that's the top of the range, and we're ranging today, so we could definitely revisit there. So I'm like, should I put my stop loss out of the range? But I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to leave that much money on the table, especially on a day like this where it's ranging. If it's a trending day, then I'm like, all right, I'm more inclined to have a bigger stop loss because I don't like having a stop loss that's greater than 5 points. My ideal stop loss is 3.75 points to 5 points. You know what I'm saying? So this was like a very low probability day. This was like a C plus trade. You know what I'm saying? So and I knew that, but I was like, if I no honestly, if they didn't add orders back up here, I would have held to my full take profit. So I was like, all right, what do I do now? So I'm thinking, should I exit early for a small profit? Then once we come down here to $100, to 4.75 points to the bottom of the opening range, you know what? I just take it. which ended up to $100, which isn't that bad. Which I ended up catching 4.75 points today, and because today wasn't really a day with crazy news, like CPI, because like technically like we tend to have bigger ranging moves on days like CPI, PPI, and stuff like that. So because it was a day like this, what I proceeded to do was all I did was I just took my I took 4.75 points. So my goal today was to capture 5 to 10 points, but I ended up capturing 4.75 points, which is like a little scalp, which isn't bad, which I'm okay with. And yeah, this is bigger than my average loser, because my average loser is like but that don't really count because I was that's counting like another day where I was like taking some very small losses. Like this day I was taking some very small losses that day, but my average loser is like is below 100. My average loser is below $100, right? So since my average loser is below $100, um like as you can see, either it's 100 or below 100. Even if I do take a loss tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna be back to break even. I might just get back these profits. Ideally, the goal is not to take a loss, but you know what I mean. If the worst case scenario happens, then yeah. So that's it for today. Um, Also, another reason why, like we kept while I was in my trade, we kept holding we kept holding yesterday's high on XLK. So I was like, dang. So that's why these were all my reasons for getting out early. Should I have held to my full take profit? Yes, I should have held, but whatever. This is actually setting up for a good trade. Taking it long right here at this pre-market low, because this pre-market low in the SPY right here, I'm gonna show you, is the bot is the gap right here. And you know sometimes we'll come down to a gap area, and either we're gonna fill it or reject it. You know we've rejected it, so now we're so that this is probably a good trade right here if someone got in on this. But yeah, but I like that Bookmap gave me good order flow confirmation to take this trade today. So it's like a C plus B trade because Bookmap did give me order flow confirmation to get into my position today. You know, so um yeah, that's one thing I learned. Like you know, following the big passive participants and stuff like that. That today was a good trading day. So this was my trade for the day, and yeah. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have a